This isn't just a video. This is your mirror. And what you see next might shake you. Not because it's loud, not because it's dramatic, but because it quietly whispers the one thing you've been trying to avoid. You're not really living anymore. Let's be honest. You wake up every day, you're already tired. Not physically, emotionally. You go through the motions, brush your teeth, scroll your phone, maybe say Alhamdulillah out loud, but your heart is silent. You're there, but you're not there. Your soul has been whispering for months, but the noise around you has made it easy to ignore. You tell yourself, you're just busy. You tell others, you're fine. But if we paused the noise right now, if we muted the world for a second, you'd hear it. This isn't who I'm meant to be. You remember when life used to feel alive? Even pain had purpose. Tears felt real. But now, you don't cry anymore. Not because you're strong, but because you're tired of caring. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just asleep. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you've been living in survival mode, putting out fires, keeping up appearances, smiling just enough so people don't ask questions, and silently hoping one sees past a performance. But here's the truth. No one is coming to wake you up. Not your friends, not your family, not even the ones who love you, because they don't hear what you hear. They don't see the silent storm inside of you. That's why this video is here. Not to entertain you, not to pass the time, but to wake you up. When did you stop dreaming? When did you stop praying with feeling? When did you stop looking in the mirror and recognizing the person staring back? You used to be someone who lit up when they spoke about life. You had ideas, plans, faith, fire. Now, you say, I don't know more than anything else, and you hide it well. You laugh in front of people. You post quotes about healing. You even say God's timing is perfect, but inside, you're disconnected from it all. The truth is, you've been spiritually starving, and social media won't feed you. Distractions won't heal you. The next relationship, the next vacation, the next weekend, it won't fix this ache, because the ache isn't about what's missing in your life. It's about what's missing in your soul. This didn't happen overnight. You didn't suddenly become numb. It was small, slow, subtle. You let go of that one habit. You ignored that one prayer. Skipped that moment of stillness. Excused noise over silence. Because silence felt too heavy. And little by little, you faded. Not visibly, not dramatically, but deep inside, something turned cold. And maybe you've learned how to function in that cold. You've built a life around being okay. But what if okay is your prison? What if fine is just fear in disguise? You didn't click this by accident. You didn't randomly find this video that your soul led you here. Because even though you've silenced it, even though you've buried it beneath responsibilities, heartbreak, trauma, guilt, still alive, and it's fighting to wake you up. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another productivity hack. You need presence. You need to come back home to your soul, right? To your God, to the part of you that still believes, even after everything. This is your sign. This is your alarm clock. This is your wake-up call. Not to hustle, not to impress anyone, but to remember who you are and who's been waiting for you. So breathe. Let yourself feel it. The ache, the truth, is a part of you that's been asleep for too long. You're not too far gone. You're not weak for feeling lost. You're human, hey, and you're waking up. The world taught you to be numb, but your soul is remembering what it means to be alive. Let's get something straight. You were never meant to live on autopilot. You were never created to just exist day to day. You were born with fire in your chest, with a light that no darkness could put out. But somewhere along the way, life happened. People disappointed you. Plans fell apart. You stopped trusting. You stopped dreaming. But here's the divine truth. The fire is still there. It didn't die. It dimmed. And now, it's time to ignite it again. Let's break this lie right now. God is not disappointed in you. He's not up there shaking his head thinking, why aren't they doing more? Why are they lost? No, he sees you in your weakness, in your silence, in your numbness. He saw every night you laid in bed thinking, I'm failing. I should be better. I'm wasting my life. Do you know what he was whispering in that moment? Come back. Just come back to me. That's all I've ever wanted. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to return to his mercy, his presence, his peace. And that starts with one simple, sincere prayer. Ya Allah, I feel lost. Please wake me up. That's it. It's how healing begins. Not with a plan, but with surrender. World told you that success is hustle. More followers, it's more money, more movement. But your soul is begging for something deeper. Stillness, silence, solitude with your creator. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you're disconnected, not just from God, but from yourself. That's why even rest doesn't feel restful. That's why even fun doesn't feel fun. It's because you're not present. You're split into pieces. But here's the miracle of stillness. In silence, speaks loudest, and in stillness, you realize you don't need to chase everything because the one who controls everything is already with you. You're waking up now, not just because of this video, but because your soul is rising again. But be careful. The world will try to pull you back into sleep. So use people, platforms, patterns, old wounds. You have to protect your flame. Say no to what drains. You walk away from what numbs you. Delete what distracts you. Disconnect from what disconnects you from God. Not everything that's allowed is aligned. You have to create space for your soul to breathe. And that starts with radical honesty. Who makes you feel heavy? What habits make you feel hollow? Where do you go to avoid your pain instead of heal it? Wake-up calls aren't just about awareness. They demand action, even if it's small, even if it's slow. A single step toward God changes everything. You might be thinking, I wasted too much time. I should have woken up years ago. It's too late for me. Let me stop you right there. You're not late. You're right on time for your journey, for your healing, for your awakening. Maybe you needed to fall asleep to realize how sacred it is to be awake. Maybe you had to feel numb to finally crave something real. And maybe God let you wander. So when you returned, you'd never take his peace for granted again. No video can change your life. No quote, no lecture, not even this one. But you can. Not by fixing everything at once, but by choosing one small, consistent act of return. Pray with your heart again. Sit in silence for 5 minutes a day. Journal what your soul is aching to say. Ask the Karula when your thoughts go dark. Walk barefoot in nature. Cry, breathe, fall into Jood. This is how you wake up. Not by rushing, but by remembering. My soul was created for something more. You're not just here to exist. You're here to experience, to feel, to connect, to serve, to remember who created you. If this feels personal, it's because it is. God knew you'd hear this. He knew the moment you'd be ready to come back. This isn't about guilt. This isn't about shame. This is about mercy. This is about the divine invitation to feel alive again. No more sleeping through life. No more ignoring your soul. No more waiting for the perfect moment. This is the moment. It's a call. You can either snooze it or answer it. Your soul is not dead. It's just been waiting for silence, for truth, for God. If this woke something up in you, hold on to it. A T. Don't scroll past it. Make a change today, right now. Because the next time your soul cries out, you might not hear it as clearly. Subscribe if this woke you up. But more importantly, subscribe to your soul. Start listening again, because you weren't made to just survive. You were made to awaken.com. Your thoughts? The end.